Have you ever stood at a crossroads in your life, heart pounding, whispering to Allah, "Guide me to the right person, but how will I know?" Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, a close friend of mine was desperate to marry someone she'd been talking to for months. She prayed istikhara, made dua, but something felt off. The more she pushed for it, the more obstacles appeared: family hesitations, sudden misunderstandings, a heaviness in her chest every time she prayed. Then, out of nowhere, the connection faded. She was devastated. But a year later, she met someone else. This time, no forcing, no chaos, just ease. Doors opened in ways she couldn't explain. Today, she looks back and realizes Allah wasn't saying no to her happiness, He was redirecting her toward it. Brothers and sisters, marriage isn't a gamble. Allah guides. But in a world where we're drowning in mixed signals, social media, perfect couples, cultural pressures, our own racing emotion show, do we recognize His signs? Here are 5 undeniable ways Allah shows you who's truly written for you. 1. The path feels eased, not exhausting. Ever tried to shove a square peg into a round hole? That's what forcing a relationship feels like. You're the only one calling, compromising, bending over backward while they stay indifferent. But when Allah wills something for you, He smooths the way. The Prophet ﷺ said, "When Allah intends good for His servant, He hastens His punishment in this world." Timidi. Notice that? Hastens meaning the hardship is temporary, but the ease is coming. Maybe it's finances aligning, families naturally approving, or conversations flowing without manipulation. You won't have to beg for basic effort. If you're exhausted just maintaining the connection, that's not a love story, it's a lesson. 2. The wrong people leave before the right one arrives. Here's a hard truth. Some people aren't meant to stay. They're tests, not blessings. You might have cried over someone who left, wondering why Allah took them after all your du'as. But what if their departure was the answer? Think of Prophet Yusuf, ACS, betrayed, imprisoned, separated from his family for years, only for Allah to elevate him to unimaginable heights. Sometimes, Allah removes what feels irreplaceable to make space for what actually is. If a door closed despite your du'as, trust that Allah's protecting you from a path that looked right but would have broken you in the long run. 3. It doesn't start with haram. Let's be raw. If your love story began with secret texts, stolen moments, or emotional affairs, it's not divine guidance. It's a test of your taqwa. Allah doesn't build your halal future on haram foundations. The Prophet ﷺ said, "A woman is married for 4 things: her wealth, lineage, beauty, or deen. So marry the one with deen, or your hands will be dusty." Bukhari. Notice Senawir, does it say, marry the one who flirted with you in secrecy? Real love respects boundaries before marriage, not just after. If you're stuck in a haram situationship, ask yourself, would Allah guide me to something He Himself forbade? 4. You change before you meet them. Before Allah introduces you to your spouse, He often works on you first. Suddenly, you care more about salah. You drop toxic habits. You start valuing character over charm. This isn't coincidence, it's preparation. A brother once told me, "I used to chase sparks. Then I realized Allah was teaching me to value peace over drama." When you focus on becoming the right person for the right person, Allah aligns your paths in ways you couldn't engineer. 5. Istikhara brings peace, not confusion. You prayed istikhara but no dream, no lightning bolt? Good. The real answer is contentment, not theatrics. The Prophet ﷺ taught that when something's right, Allah plants sakina, tranquility, in your heart. Maybe the person isn't perfect on paper, but your soul feels calm around them. Or Allah removes them, and though it hurts, you know it was mercy. Istikhara isn't a magic trick, it's surrender. And sometimes, the clearest sign is the absence of chaos. Final truth. Allah doesn't hide guidance, we just miss it. If you're reading this with a knot in your chest, wondering if you've missed your chance or messed up your destiny, hear this. Allah doesn't play hide and seek with your heart. The signs are there. Maybe in the ease you've ignored, the doors that closed for your protection, the quiet growth you didn't realize was leading you exactly where you needed to be. So take a deep breath. Trust the one who created love itself. And if you're still waiting, remember, Allah's timing isn't slow, it's precise. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,